Hello, welcome to Connect with Phil. Today we have a special guest. I'd like to introduce Miriam Dulce. Miriam, she's a forensic accounting expert in taxes and budgeting. Miriam, welcome back to Connect with Phil.
Thank you, Phil. Hello, everyone. It's really a pleasure to be back, and thanks for having me again.
Hey, today we're going to talk about money.
Money, money,
Money,
money, money.
money, money. What
Yes.
is money?
Whew.
Okay, and what's the mindset
Okay.
about money and what is important?
Okay. That's a
Just
great
simple.
question. That money is something we use every day, but yet we don't even know what it is. Money is a tool that we use. Just like we use our phone to make a call, we use a paper to write on, money, we use it for our living, right? To buy stuff. We need it to pay rent, to live. But a lot of us, we don't understand exactly what it is. We use it, we have the way of thinking about it. This is where the mindset comes. The mindset starts from the time we were born, pretty much.
Okay.
It starts from our family, the way we brought up. We see our parents, if they're always complaining about money, they're always saying we don't have enough. It can create a negative way of us of thinking of money. If we see it negatively, then we're gonna treat it in a bad way because we're not gonna see it as something good. So we're gonna be envious of it. We're gonna steal to get it. We're gonna lie to get it. But it's a very negative mindset. The way we have to view money is we are the master and the money is working for us. We cannot do things where it's not ethical, it's not appropriate to do just because we want to get money. For what? So it's very important that we understand the concept, why money exists, how to use it is very important. So we know how to use it and what is the goal with money.
You see, money got wings to something.
Oh, money can fly. If you don't know what
If you
to
don't
do
take
with
good
it,
care of it.
hey, you don't know what
Yeah.
to do with it, it will fly.
It will fly.
Just like when someone, it's all about the mindset. I'm glad you said that because I don't know if you know, some people when they win the lottery, what happened?
4 or 5 years, they work as a
They go back to poverty.
They work as a joke.
That's it, because they don't understand the concept of money, they don't
Yeah.
understand the mindset, and especially the education. Personal finance. Personal finance is about you. It's personal, so you have to learn about finances. A lot of us, as long as we have a checking account, we have a savings account, and we have a 401k, I'm done. I don't need to talk about money. I have money in the bank.
You're not
I'm
done
saving
yet.
for. You're not done. It's just the
You don't
beginning.
even started.
It's just the beginning. So we have to really stay focused, understand what money is, how to use it, and have a positive mindset. A positive mindset, instead of thinking negatively, money comes, money goes. No. You have to think, how would I control my money? Where do I put it? What I need to do with it, and how do I grow it? We can discuss that a little bit more. So this is exactly why it's important. So this way, once you have a positive mindset, you'll have better control of yourself. You have better control of money.
Definitely. Now, while we're talking about money, and I heard the term all the time, keeping up with the Joneses.
Ooh,
Can you
keeping up.
elaborate when people say we have to keep up?
Yeah, keeping up with the Joneses.
Or sometimes you say, look at the grass on the other side.
Yeah, is it
But we
greener?
don't know how much is the water bill.
Well, sometimes looking at the grass, we're saying the grass looks very green. It can be looking green. It might be green for real.
Yeah.
But is it the real grass?
That's
You know
correct.
those fake artificial
Oh,
grass?
yeah.
They look really good on the other side.
That's correct.
But when you step on it, it feels different. You're like, it's not what I thought. So keeping up with the Joneses are the people that we create in our head, people that we follow. The Joneses are social media. The Joneses are the neighbors next door. The Joneses are people that are driving really nice, fancy cars, living in nice homes.
Yep.
But the thing is with the Joneses, you don't know how to get it. You don't know if they really can afford it. But to you, you feel like you have to prove something. You have to prove that you got it. Especially immigrant people like ourselves, like we come from our country. When we here, we say we have to show people that we made it. And the system in America, it shows us, it's saying that we have to have a nice home, a dog, a family, 2 kids, the American dream. So the Joneses, we see them having that nice car. Unfortunately for some of them, they're not making that money the right way. Some have to, they might steal it, you don't know what. Unfortunately, some women, they sell their body for it. They do whatever they do. The thing is, we cannot stay focused on them. Social media, we go ahead on IG, TikTok, we see people with nice home, fancy cars, and they're living the life. Now you're saying that I have to live that life too. I work hard, I deserve it, I earn it, and you get yourself in trouble by buying with credit cards.
Sure.
Because you cannot afford it, but you have to show that you can have it. You can be part of a social club. Everybody's driving nice cars. And you're like, this person's driving a really nice car. And you look at yours, and next thing you know, you're going to go get one. You cannot afford to buy it. High interest rate. And now you have to work 2 jobs to be able to afford it. And that person, it could be that it was a gift, right? It could be that an inheritance. You don't know how that person got it, but you want to show that, hey, I can keep up with you. Now, because you're trying to keep up, you got yourself in more money problem.
Okay. Now, what is the difference between needs and wants, especially for people who sending money back home?
Needs and wants.
Yes.
Needs and wants can be very confusing for people. Needs, as you know, is something that you need. You need to survive. What you need, we need to pay our rent or mortgage because we need a place to stay. We need a shelter. We need to pay our utilities because we need hot water. We need electricity to survive. We need food. And also we need transportation. And another thing people don't really say, we need an emergency fund. Those things
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that, but this is part of the needs.
Yeah.
And the wants the needs could become wants if you're not careful. Because the wants are, I want to go to a nice restaurant. So yes, you need food, but that restaurant you go to, like you pay $50 a plate, that's not a need, that's a want. You want that nice food because, I want to show people, like I can put on social media, like we were saying, that I've eaten at that place. And also, you can buy a home that's too much for you. The mortgage is too much.
Sure.
Yes, you need shelter, but the fact that you go buy a home that's above your means, that becomes a want.
That's why it happened in 2008 bubble.
Oh, yes. Talk about that. That's why a lot of people, they lost their homes.
That's right.
They lost a lot of people, they're like 1 paycheck away, 1-2 paycheck away, and then boom, they're done. So that's part of the Joneses we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
As you trying to keep up, yes, you can afford the monthly bill. You have to be careful. You can afford the monthly bill, but can you afford the cost of it?
Or the insurance.
The insurance.
The maintenance.
The maintenance. It's really all of that.
Sure.
Yes, you can buy that home. You say, let's just say $2,000 a month. Yes, and then you're bringing home $5,000, but you're not counting all the other stuff. And when the insurance says you have to change your roof, you have to change the roof. Sure. Nothing wrong with it. They're gonna drop you. You have to change utilities. I'm sorry, the appliances and everything, the windows. Like you have to be focused on what wants are. You have to determine. You can write it down. And when you go to groceries, you do your grocery shopping, it can become a want. You buy a lot of extra stuff that you don't even need. You buy the kids, you go to a Whole Food store, like you go to BJ's, Costco, you buy you buy like 3 big things of snacks. And 2 weeks later, you're gonna go buy more. And the kids, what they do, if they taste it, I don't want it. Yeah. They get another one. All of that is money that's leaking. So we have to be careful. What are your needs and what are your wants? And you have to live below or within your means, not above.
I know you're specialist in budget. Can you explain, to the viewer how budget work?
Budget. So first of all, let's define what budget is. Budget is very simple. It simply means you have to tell your money what to do. It's a plan that you make. It has to be written down. You cannot have a budget in your head. It's not real. It doesn't exist because you're gonna mess up. So when you do a budget, you have to sit down. First, you list all your income sources, all your expenses. And then for the month, you do it for the month. And you write down how much money you're projecting to bring, and then you write down all the expenses. We have what's called fixed expenses, and we have variable expenses. Fixed expenses are your rent, those things is, unless, every year they might go up due to
Taxes,
the inflation, taxes,
Yeah.
yes. But those are fixed. Utilities is not, yet it's fixed and variable. It's fixed because that's an expense you incur every month, but the amount will fluctuate based on usage.
Sometimes it depends on you too, the way you use
Yes,
electricity.
you keep all the lights
Keep
on.
the lights on.
Yes, you have
Keep
to.
all the plugs on.
Yeah. So what we're not getting when we're doing the budget, you have to find leaks, like where there's a hole where your money is leaking. And you have to go to your subscriptions. That's another way we waste money.
Sure.
We have Netflix, we have Hulu, we have everything, but you work 2 jobs. You don't have time to watch all those channels. And certain things you can catch up on social media, on the news, but we feel like, so we can have bragging rights. We're saying, oh, I have all these channels.
Yeah.
But technically, you probably only watch 5.
Sure.
And those are the local channels, the basic that's offered. But we feel like we have to have all of them. But the thing is, where they got us, they do subscription. Subscription is something you pay on a monthly basis.
Sure.
And they ask you, that's exactly why they ask you to put your credit card on file. And for you set and forget it. Ways you lose is gym membership. Like I said earlier, Netflix and magazine. Some people have online magazine, e-magazine, apps these days. It's like you keep getting those things, you keep falling for the system without thinking. So while you're doing your budget, now you're gonna realize, oh, I'm paying for all these things. I totally forgot about them.
Sure.
I don't even use them. And you have to go to your bank statements. The past 3 months, you look at the statements to see, okay, what have I been spending money on? And this is where you go back to your needs and your wants. Are those things needs? Are they wants? While you're doing the budget, you can say, you know what? I don't need this. Tomorrow I'm gonna call and cancel this prescription.
Yep.
Yep. And you have to take the steps. Do what you said you're gonna do. Don't procrastinate. So with that, after you list everything, then you're gonna realize, oh, you can see that, oh my gosh, I'm spending more than what I bring in. Why? Because you use credit cards. The credit cards is a trap. And now this is where you have to determine, how do I change that? And with the budget, at the end, once you do your budget, it has to be 0, because all the difference could go to savings. And don't forget the emergency line, the emergency fund line. You have to put all of that. You have to have your savings. There are different categories. Those are the things I work with people. We have to make a short-term plan, 1 to 3 years, probably maybe for the first year. We have to do like 1 to 3 years, and we have long-term. And the budget really will help you determine how you're doing financially. So this way, it's like a holistic goal that you can set because of the budget. And the next month, you don't just do the budget and forget it. You say, oh, every month I'm doing this. It's good that every 2 weeks, per se, if you get paid every 2 weeks, you go through it and say, how am I doing? And at the end of the month, this is where you have to check the projected amount versus the actual. If you said your water bill was supposed to be $50 and it ended up being $70, next month, don't put 50. Next month, put 70, so on and so forth. You have to be mindful of what you do, and you have to stay focused and be consistent. Budget is one of the best things. One thing I always hear, it's a myth. Budget is for people that don't make much money. No, budget is for everyone. Whether you're a professional, you make over $200,000, whether you make under $50,000, budget is for you.
Thank you. We're going to take a pause. We'll be back.
All right.
Thank you very
Phil.
much. Thank you.